Devin co-pitch our openings individual. Cole, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. So my plan is to have a spy sort of theme. So we're going to have a pan of London. We're going to single out one of the buildings so we can actually film it. We're going to have like a pan up. In that building, we're going to have a mysterious figure looking over the skyline. So we don't see his face, we only see the back of him. It's like blacked out. He's going to have a phone on the desk. He's going to be some kind of like mob boss. There's a phone on the desk, and it's going to either receive a text message, like a simple message, like one word, like done, or I don't know, or it could ring. And then we'll switch to a cafe, where there'll be a hooded figure over a cup of coffee, sitting down, having some time to himself. And he's being watched by some other characters outside. He notices these characters, and then he goes on a run, which will be filmed with a GoPro. So it's a first-person run through the streets of London. And he eventually comes to an alleyway where he thinks he's escaped, and as he goes out the alleyway, he gets kidnapped and bagged overhead, and end the scene. We'll have titles and all the credits running through as the scene progresses. So that's my idea.
James, what do you think about that?
It's very good. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, it's room for improvement. It's got plenty of
I
room.
like the GoPro first person.
Yeah.
What's about
Well,
improvements?
I'm not really sure about the first person, but
Why not?
we'll have to. It just seems a bit.
Do you feel like it doesn't fit in?
Yeah,
Mm.
it just doesn't seem correct.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Do you want to go for your
Yeah,
picture?
sure. Mine is. Scene starts off with guy walking through a door, and you won't see him walk through the door, but you just hear the creak, and you'll see him go up a staircase, but from the very top. And as he walks through, you'll have the text saying like directed by playwright, like displaying the stars of the film and any production companies or anything like that. And as you have side shots of the staircase itself, so as he like walks up the staircase and walks past, you'll have like some shots of that. That'll be about maybe like 20-30 seconds long. He walks, then at the top of the staircase he walks through the door onto this roof of this building in London, and he'll find a piece of paper, but we won't see that bit because the camera will look in a different direction and then turn around again to him as he's looking at this paper, and we'll zoom over his shoulder onto this piece of paper, which will have a person that this person needs to get. So it's like a hit list, like a black, is that blacklist, something like that?
Yeah,
Like
sure.
something like a wanted poster basically. And then he crunches up this piece of paper, kicks it to the ground, and then he looks over the skyline of London, and you just see him. Well, sorry, I forgot to mention this. He had a hood the entire time, and he undoes his hood, and on his neck is a logo for an organization, and it zooms in on that, and it cuts and shows the title sequence.
Not bad.
What do you think?
I think that's good. I think the word you were looking for is hit list, right? Hit
Something
list.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like hitman. So it's like a hitman kind of thing going on there.
Yeah, kind of.
Assassin.
Yeah.
Mm.
The only thing, this staircase scene, maybe a little long, 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's like a 2-minute long thing. So
I mean, it can change.
quarter of
Yeah.
the thing. So
Bit better.
James, do you want to go for your pitch?
I don't really need this.
Yeah.
So my pitch is basically a psychological thriller. So the opening shot will be just a normal looking guy, and he's purchasing purchasing coffee, and he has a smile and everything, and it's just it's a medium shot of both him and the barista, and the barista's smiling as well, and then it cuts to a GoPro first person view, and the whole film's based off of intrusive thoughts this guy gets, and so then the image will be the barista either dying or the normal guy killing the barista. And so then after that happens, it moves on to a sequences of normal events, but in which this guy struggles to deal with daily. So it could be such as he's driving his car and he has thoughts of driving off a cliff, and yeah, stuff like that. And it shows him in the end at his home where he's alone because his anxiety cripples him to go outside and make friends or find someone to love, and yeah.
Cole?
Good. I like the plot. I like the general gist. It's pretty cool. What about you, Dave? What do you think?
Have you thought about casting? Who's the barista? From Matilda?
I have. I thought maybe if we get permission from maybe an independent coffee shop, because maybe there'll be if they'll be more accepting rather than a chain.
Well,
or
include-
if worse comes to worse, we can always.
Include them in the credits.
Product
yeah.
placement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get sponsored.
More money. What's what?
Not much to say on it.
Yeah. Yours, Dave.
Yeah, well, my idea, you would have credits, I like the opening, maximum 5 to 10 seconds, so it doesn't take up the majority of the time. Then it cuts to like a news report, so like BBC News Report, has someone talking over it, and they're talking about the achievements of some scientist, so like all the work that he's done for like experiments and stuff from it. That can like cycle through for like Sky, BBC, Al Jazeera and all that stuff. And in the corners, so like it could be the scrolling credits, that could be like the director's name and stuff, or it could just be in the corners like fades in and fades out for the director's name and stuff, the producer and stuff. Then it can cut to the scientist actually like getting the prize, who's like awarded it, and then that can be like a flashback thing or something. You can then cut to black if we have like time. You can put 3 months later or something like that in. Then it cuts to like a lab. We could either have the first person starting here, so we're actually the view of the scientist, or we can now put it in later. But while they're actually in the lab, they're like talking about the experiment and stuff, and what it's doing for like humanity. It then cuts to a radio or a phone call or something. There's like murmuring and stuff. You don't actually know what's going on. Then we could either put the first person in here where the scientist is told to go somewhere. So it's like you're zooming into their like head. So it's like from outside zooms into their head. So you go into their first person. They then go out of this lab and into a car, and like cut like a few scenic shots of them driving through the car or something. It then cuts to like some warehouse, like all run down and stuff. He goes in. There's like mysterious noises and stuff, like creaking and stuff in the warehouse. He like turns around the corner, and something's there to greet him. This could either be a creature of like an experiment or something. It could be like a zombie if we want to go down that route. It could be a scientist that's helping him that then gets attacked by something, blood splurting everywhere and stuff. He then turns around, chases through the warehouse, free running and stuff through there.
Would that be using a GoPro?
Yeah, all first person from it, so it's kind of the unique approach.
I like that.
He maybe like jumps through a window, goes to black, title sequence, he gets caught, title sequence from there.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's my plan.
I really like that idea compared to the others because I don't know. I feel like it can go a lot of ways.
yeah, it's very versatile.
No, I think it was. I think that we're going to try and. I'd like to base mine around yours. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's what it is.
Pretty good.
Still apprehensive.
Still about the first person.
I mean, it's a
Not
trend.
sure how it really fits. with the whole-
I think it's more of a
think
unique
first person-
approach.
I think
Re-
first person is good if it's sort of used to represent like the mind of the person, or like to represent what that person is seeing. So I think it is good.
If you do it well, then it can be really good.
Yeah.
Not only will not many people use it, so it's like different. It also gets the audience, so they're more are included into the storyline, so they're actually the people from it. Then they're not watching it from afar; they're actually involved in the storyline.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that was it.
Everyone
Is
happy?
that everything?
Yeah.
This has been our opening pictures for
Dave and Co.
Dave and
Dave
Co.
and Co.